Hey gentlemen, I was having a conversation last night on Discord with a few friends, and one question popped up that often pops up. It's like, men and women are never completely villains or saints, you know? The picture you get painted is always that they were a saint and the other person was a villain. I find it much more the case that men will admit, you know, I really screwed up here. We didn't get along, she was wretched, but, you know, I'm not really proud of myself for what I did here. Women don't like to admit they did any wrong. Women don't like to admit responsibility. They're always angels. They're always marketing themselves as angels. And it's overwhelmingly, when you look at it, they're lying to save face to other women. Women are living in this constant, perpetual state of anxiety and fear where they can never be honest. What does that do to you in terms of demoralizing you? You can never be honest. You get used to playing musical chairs with the truth to avoid responsibility. Anyway, I can place myself in a position of advantage, regardless of the truth. Regardless of this is humility, I can learn something from this. No, it's kind of like, how can I get out of this lexically? How can I get out of this by making excuses? The ends verbally always justify the means because I want to be safe. And this is one of the important things I was suggesting. Here's my theory why women don't take responsibility and why they're always perfect and they were always the angel and the guy who did everything wrong. He was the villain, she was the saint. I think because women are afraid of other women. They're worried, they're anxious about other women tearing them apart. Because look at it this way, women burnt the bridge with men collectively over the last few generations. Publicly, on TV, commercials, girl power, they can do anything, they don't need men. Men are jokes. Can men just get out of our way? Can men disappear? A world run by women. We don't need men, we don't like men. Men annoy us, get away from us. Can you just go away? And over the years, men have kind of heard and go, okay, we get the point. All right, we get the point. We thought it was a joke initially. We get the point, you're serious, you don't want us, we're a nuisance. You'd rather a world without men. Men never think this way. This is sociopathic, but apparently women let feminists talk for them and speak for them and run with the baton for women. And so they'll say, we don't need men. What's happened is that women are now on their own, vulnerable out in the world because they've burnt these bridges with men, right? They've publicly said, we don't like you, we don't need you. In fact, we hate you. Get out of our way, we'd wish you weren't around. So they're publicly out in the open now trying to be independent with other women. And women don't trust other women. Women remember the schoolyard. Women remember the psychological abuse. Women know how psychologically abusive other women are, but they believe in the sisterhood. That's a farce. So women have this reflex now to lie, not because they're worried about what men will think, but they're worried about how women will tear their eyes out. Like the moment a woman publicly says, you know what, I was wrong, I made a mistake, you know what, us women, we're not that great, it's kind of like, you get these women crucifying them. Women have no solidarity in the sisterhood, and this is the fear. Women pretend to love their enemy, the sisterhood, lest they get their eyes clawed out. That's what it is. The real fear is not men, it's women for women. Women don't care what men think, really. Women aren't afraid of men in any real overarching sense. They might be worried about a stronger man when they're walking alone in an alleyway, but they're not really worried about men. In fact, they snub their nose at men. They'd be happier if we weren't around. But what they've done is, without a man to protect you, without a man to give a woman the humility to say, you can be honest and tell me the truth where you messed up and I'll still care for you, I'll still protect you. Women were able to be honest there. But without an avenue like a man who'd protect you and allow you to be honest and allow you to say, you know, I messed up, I'll be a better person. Without that, women have to continually lie because other women will destroy them out there. It's this false solidarity of sisterhood that women are afraid of. So they have to lie to men, they have to keep up the charade. There's this strategy, I forget the name, in chess, where you're losing and there's no way you're going to win, so you just keep going further into hell and you just keep going at full pelt because that's the only strategy left. So women have burnt these bridges with men. The only strategy is to go forward with their religion of sisterhood, independent, strong woman until the grave, because they won't say they're sorry. They won't admit they're wrong because the sisterhood will claw their eyes out, and there are no men to protect them because they don't want men. This is a position of women. So buy stocks in antidepressants because women are taking them far more than men are, and the psychiatric industry is booming at the moment. So it's just something I wanted to convey. I think women are lying to themselves to ease their immediate anxieties of what they've put themselves in, this world of independent, strong woman, in a sisterhood that at the first chance will throw them under the bus, and they know it. They remember the schoolyard. They remember what women can be like psychologically, how they lie and in the next breath they'll destroy you. Women are demoralizing themselves because they're lying to themselves about men. Women have placed themselves in a vulnerable position out there without the protection and love of men in a cruel world where no one cares about them anymore. Women have to lie to survive now, more than ever. I don't know what's going to happen, but women really need to clean up their act, not for my sake, for their own, so people can get along a little bit better with or without relationships. Anyway, I hope that was food for thought. I thought that was something important to convey that I started to think about when the men I was discussing with were saying, why can't women just take a little bit of a responsibility? Why can't they be honest? You know, even if a man was 80% wrong, she wasn't perfect. Come on, at least admit some mistakes, some flaws. No, women have to be beautiful, smart, successful, intelligent, perfect, don't need anyone. They have to be goddesses, and they keep pushing this narrative because they're afraid of what will happen if they stop. If they have some humility, if they have some honesty, and relate to the world in a much more honest way, which I think not all men, but a lot of us are trying to do. Anyway, I hope that was food for thought. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and if there are any women on my channel. If there are any women, if you search within yourself, do you think that might be a reason where you can't admit you're wrong and say sorry because of what it'll mean? Who will come out to attack you, and it may not necessarily be men, and what that means to say you're sorry. I think women are afraid of other women because they don't really care what men think. They're not afraid of men, really, unless they're physically in danger by a man in the real world. But aside from that, women are fairly confident. I think they're afraid of other women. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, guys, hit the thumbs up button, give me a like, and subscribe if you already haven't. Share my videos around. Thank you to my patrons and PayPal supporters this month. You guys are the best. Later, guys. Bye. Unless, like I said, they're physically in danger by a man who's a stranger. That rhymed.